Welcome to Ahimsa Wellness Yoga. My name is Francia Groman, and I've put together this short and easy sequence of yoga poses that, when practiced daily and with intention, can help heal, stimulate, regulate, and balance the thyroid gland. The human endocrine system consists of the pituitary gland, which secretes many different hormones, some of which have an effect on other glands. The thyroid gland, which we will focus on today, the parathyroids, which help regulate the level of calcium in the blood, the thymus gland, which, despite containing glandular tissue and producing several hormones, is actually more closely associated to the immune system than with the endocrine system, the adrenal glands, which help to trigger the fight or flight response, the pancreas, which regulates the level of sugar in the blood, the ovaries in women and testes in men, which secrete appropriate sex hormones in both sexes. The yoga poses we'll be practicing today will focus on the small butterfly-shaped gland located at the base of the neck, just below your voice box, the larynx. Although relatively small, the thyroid gland plays a huge role in our body, influencing the function of many of the body's most important organs, including the heart, brain, liver, kidneys, and your skin. The thyroid gland produces thyroid hormones, which control virtually every cell, tissue, and organ in your body, and are responsible for regulating our moods, temperature, and metabolism. Ensuring that the thyroid gland is healthy and functioning properly is vitally important to the body's overall well-being and the overall well-being of our mind and spirit. We will begin our practice by laying down, coming close to the wall, and then bringing our legs up the wall, resting the back of our legs. Take this time to really focus on breathing. Let the weight of your legs just rest on the wall and start to feel ease throughout your entire body. This is a good time to start to focus on this area of the thyroid. In this position, the thyroid is completely level, balanced. So if you wish, you can bring the arms overhead, flexing the feet, tucking the chin in, drawing attention to the neck, pointing the toes, lifting the chin up, and going back and forth from one to the other. We can bend our knees, scoot slightly away from the wall to bring our feet to the floor with our toes touching the wall. The first version of this posture here, we would just elevate the hips, wriggling the shoulders under slightly, palms flat on the floor, using your arms to balance, pressing strong into the heels, keeping the knees hip-width apart, chin is tucked in. If you want to go a little deeper into our bridge pose here, you can interlace the hands, lengthen the arms, and lift the hips up a little bit more, wriggling the shoulders a little bit more under. And finally, if you want to go a little deeper into this as well, you can reach down towards your ankles, get a good grip, and then again lift up through the pelvis, trying to get the chin as tucked into the chest as possible. This is compressing the area of the thyroid. When you've had enough, you can rest back down and we'll move to the next posture, which is set up for our shoulder stand. We will start with the block underneath the sacrum, and the feet on the wall. And then let the feet float up. Imagine 2 hot air balloons just floating up in midair. Again, bringing that awareness into the neck area. That healing energy flowing through as you swallow. And again, the same as before, pointing and flexing the feet and tucking the chin to the chest, extending the chin away. Allow the breath to flow smooth and easy as you bring the feet back down. For preparation for shoulder stand, you can press the hips up with the feet on the wall, wriggling the shoulders under, and then perhaps just come to the toes. You can also use your hands at your lower back to support your weight. Imagine a light healing there through the thyroid. And then if you feel good, you can try lifting one leg up as such. And then the other. As the breath flows through, you can release that toe back down. And then perhaps give an attempt to bringing both legs up off the wall, balancing onto your shoulders. Remember, if there's any neck injuries here, you should opt out of this. Perhaps just keep the feet on the wall instead. But if possible, try to lengthen the legs up, reaching the toes up towards the ceiling. And remember, keep those hands at your waist for support. From here, we're going to come back down to set up for our plow pose. So we're going to reach underneath, grab the block, place it above the head, and then bringing our weight back onto our shoulder stand, we're going to start to release the toes over the head towards the floor behind the head. Here we will find the block for our toes. If finding the block is still not accessible and your feet are hanging in mid-air, just keep your hands underneath your lower back for support. But sometime you might be able to bring the toes to the block, and if you are, you can release the arms down and or start to move the block away, eventually bringing your toes to the floor, relaxing the tops of your feet onto the mat. This is a deep compression in the throat, deep compression through the thymus and thyroid gland. And then we can start to roll our body down with control and ease, working on the lower abdomen here, bringing the feet to the floor. Take a moment to rest. Next, we will be moving into fish pose. So I'm going to reach for my block, place the block underneath the head like so. And then we're going to wriggle the arms underneath the body with the palms facing down. You can connect your thumbs behind your back. Let your legs open out into Baddha Konasana or butterfly the knees out. And from there, press into the elbows, come onto the top of your head using the block. The first few poses were more of a compression. This is more of an extension. And we're going to release back down, releasing the block. The second form of our fish pose here is supported fish, placing the block at the middle of our back, kind of at the strap line. Once the block is in place, lean all the way back. Adjust your legs and let the top of your head rest on the floor. Remember, in these extensions, you want to feel and allow for space, light, and energy to emanate from this area that contains the thyroid, parathyroid, and thymus glands. Envision your entire endocrine system and adrenal system healing, regulating, and trust in your body's ability to balance and regenerate. When you're ready, if you would like to come into more traditional fish, we would remove the block, tuck the hands back under like we did the first time. Bring the whole back onto the mat. Relax the knees out. Come up high onto the elbows, lifting the chest, and then relaxing the top of the head to the floor this time. If the top of the head does not touch the floor, please do use the block or modify as previously shown. You want to feel the expansiveness here of the throat area. Light, energy shining through. And then we can exhale, release back down. And we're going to roll over onto our bellies. For this one, if you have any tightness in the legs, you're welcome to use a strap. Bringing the strap to one leg, using the other arm for support. Hold on to the strap. And with an exhale breath, begin to kick. Kick up through the toe, the leg, try to get the thigh off the floor as you lift the chin up, open through the heart. The supporting arm is just resting, you're not pushing into that arm at all. And then we can release and do the other side. Taking the strap, wrapping it around the foot, flexing through the foot, holding on with your hand. And then begin to kick, lift. And again, we're trying to create that expansive space. Chin away from the chest, eyes looking up towards the ceiling. Exhaling, releasing. As you keep practicing, you may be able to move on to holding on to the ankle or to the top of the foot, starting by lifting the leg and then again lifting up to the chest. Releasing back down, relax the forehead to the floor, and then do the other side. As you do this, visualize that energy shooting out through that heart center, through that throat chakra, opening up and healing your body. Take a moment to rest here. Once you're ready to go into the full version of the bow pose, the floor bow pose, then you would grab both feet and allow the kick of the legs to lift the chest so that you are balancing on your rib cage as your throat expands open and your chin lifts up, looking up towards the ceiling. Toes pointing to the ceiling, shoulders pulling back, and exhale, release. Coming out of that again, you can find some rest here, feeling the breath in your back. Our last posture for today will be upward facing dog, which we will start with cobra, using only the back muscles to lift you, also creating that openness. Baby cobra or little up dog, looking up, shoulders back, pressing into the hands a little bit more. Or finally going into the full version, which is upward facing dog, inhaling and lifting up onto the tops of the feet, rounding the shoulders back, drawing in through the abdomen and looking up towards the ceiling. This is the deepest opening in the throat. Pull the shoulders back and exhale. Slowly bring the knees down, lower the chest to the floor. Relax here, arms down by your sides, heels flop out. Breathe easy. Finally, we will come back onto the back to finish out our sequencing. You can come back to the legs up using the block at the sacrum. This is a great place to relax and rest, equalizing the level of the neck. As you breathe here, again, visualize that thyroid healing. Another option is to come closer to the wall. Bring your legs up the wall like you started with. Feet into Baddha Konasana, knees fall out to the sides. You can rest your hands at your sides like a T. Up over your head, wherever it's comfortable for you. And finally, we will bring our hands onto the neck. Hands have a lot of way of healing the body. So bring that in healing energy, transmute it from your hands into your neck, into your thyroid, into your endocrine system. And then when you're done, you can exhale, come back to a seated position. Crossing your legs, sitting comfortably. Allow your body to fill with a sense of gratitude. Let your body heal for you. It has the ability to regenerate, to heal itself. Namaste.